A very good afternoon to everyone present here with me again. I stand here before you once again in full agreement with today's motion and would like to state very clearly that this House believes that peer pressure is more beneficial than harmful as it leads to the betterment of society. And my role here today is very easy. I will now point out the weaknesses of the opposition and also prove to you how our rebuttals have thrown down their cases and also reaffirm our stand. And ladies and gentlemen, I will also point out to you why the opposition will stay single and available as their second speaker have mentioned. Now, firstly, allow me to rebut some of the opposition short-sighted and lopsided views on our main issue today, which is peer pressure. Their whole case revolves on a distorted view of peer pressure, ladies and gentlemen. They are only looking at the harmful side of peer pressure when the motion suggests that there is a balance or one of side outweighs the other. And secondly, on the weaknesses of the first speaker, he kept on manipulating and harping on the fact that we have provided, that we define peer as someone who is only in the same age group, when we clearly stated throughout the whole bench that peer means someone who is in the same age, status and ability. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a yardstick for peer pressure when they have failed to give a definite definition. Now, secondly, they also have failed to provide us with such strong basis and statistics or even data to strengthen their cases. They are just debating on mere assumption and hearsay, and this is why they stay single and available. Next, I'll move on to their main point. First one, which is consumerism, where this is the only point where they have fully expounded and did not even touch on any of their points. So firstly, they stated that peer pressure will lead to hyper-consumerism, which leads to waste of product. And we on the government side have rebutted clearly that they did not relate their point with the harm to the society. We don't see any correlation between their point and the detriment of the society. We also point out that if everyone is happy, we don't stop at utilitarianism. If everyone is happy, isn't that a benefit? Where's the harm in this case? Secondly, they have stated that peer pressure produces overstressed society, and we have clearly rebutted by saying that it has been proven that peer pressure can resolve this issue and conflict to support programs which utilize peer pressure, ladies and gentlemen. And lastly, the loss of individuality. We have stated that peer pressure steers us to the right direction. We choose to make our own decision based on our own dynamics. Hence, they are case for and they stay single and available. Now, let's move on to allow me to reaffirm our stand on the government bench that we have provided 3 solid points on how peer pressure can help you shape characters. Secondly, promote healthy competition among the society that leads to the advancement in life. And lastly, continuous progression of society. And we give clear example by comparing the situation between the past and present and how peer pressure has helped us to progress to the progression of society. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we can see to the fact that peer pressure brings benefit as well as harm. However, we believe that the benefit outweighs the harm. And the burden on our side today how positive effect of peer pressure is more significant than the negative effect. And we believe that we have fully fulfilled our responsibility while the opposition haven't. And that is why we want to debate and stay single and available with that. Thank you very much.